Hey everyone, in this Starfield how to grav jump video, I'm going to show you exactly that. I'm going to cover how we grav jump and also solve any little issues that you may have with grav jumping. First of all, we need to pick a system that we want to grav jump to. So to do that, just hit your pause button, and then when you're on this page, have a little look top left at the star map. So when you've selected that area, down the bottom there, you see it says back to system. The button for me is B. It'll show a different button if you're on the PC. And then come out again until you're on this area here. Now these are areas that you can jump to with your grav jump drive. And depending on how powerful your drive is, will show how far you can actually jump. So you may be able to go this far or this far. But if it's more than one sort of jump, you'll see it'll do several little steps on the way. So I could just about grav jump to here. That's not a problem. I can definitely grav jump to here. So select one where the line looks good. And then when you're hovering over it, use your select button, which for me is A. I think that's E on the PC. And then you'll zoom into that system, and then you just need to pick an area here. You can just set course or select a specific planet here if you want to go to one of these. So I'm going to use A. Again, that would be E. So let's say I want to grav jump to Venus. So I set my course down the bottom there. The button for me on the Xbox is X. You should see a different button there for PC. So I will set that. We then get this information. I'll just move me onto the left for a moment just so you can see this. So it says, right, you're going to travel from Procyon A to Sol, Venus. It's going to be a one jump. Jump range is 21 light years. Distance is 11.462 light years. Fuel consumption 17.69. Now, you need to have enough fuel to jump, and normally you've got plenty of helium free in your inventory, but if you haven't got enough, you need to visit a planet and buy some of that, or set up an outpost where you can start mining this and collect it over time. So we'll talk about that in a minute for problems about grav jumping, but assuming you've got enough fuel, you'll see the jump indicator there on the right hand side, and it says X to jump. So I'm just going to do that. So they'll show a different button, of course, on the PC. Now, hopefully things just wind up and boom, away you go. And happy days. But I'm going to show you another thing that you may have done, which means you can't grav jump straight away, and I'll explain what that is. So we've grav jumped here.
You didn't put us into a planet, so we must be in the right place.
Into the new system. Now this is a good indicator where we've got these hostile ships here. This is an example where you may want to grav jump away pretty quickly, but one of the things you may do if you're used to changing your targeting here on the left hand side, so I think you use your directional pads on the PC, but if I've added too many of these, the spare energy to my systems here, you see there's nothing spare for the grav drive, so it's all shown as a negative. So if I do the same process now, I've assigned that energy to the engine, and we go to the star map and we come back out of here, back out again like we did before, and say I want to grav jump back here because I don't want to get in trouble with those ships. So I'll set the course, I'll go like this, and I'll say jump, and then I'll go grav jump pending, power up grav drive. You're like, what? So all you need to use is those left and right D-pad controls on here, and then use down to free up some energy, and then move over to the grav drive here by pressing up, right and then up. And then you'll see the grav drive will wind up and you will jump. So you are solved there. And then lastly, the other thing I'll show you is just in your inventory to make sure that you've got enough helium-3 to jump. And we'll also talk about what, how you increase your grav drive specs as well. So if we pause here, if you look at your inventory down the bottom right-hand side, and then I'll move me back to the right so we can see properly, you'll find somewhere in here, I think it's in resources, you'll find how much fuel you've got. So we're looking for helium-3, of which there is none there. So let me have a little look. It's not going to, actually I know why that is. I'm looking at my personal inventory. So what we need to do is we'll just get up. So I've held down B to get up out of my ship here. And then what we're going to do is have a little look at the cargo hold. So here's my cargo hold, and then I hover over it, and then there's a button here. You should see a different button on the PC. So it says X to transfer, so I press that, and this go back here. It's showing the inventory of the Frontier, and if we look at resources here and then go all the way down, we should find helium-3. So you can see I've got 61 helium-3, so I'm fine for a little while with the amount of helium-3 that I need to grav jump. So the other thing that we can see, if we just pause and go to the ship itself, this shows you what you've got available in terms of your jump size. So you can see I've got a jump range of 21 light years, and you can upgrade the grav drive on your ship if you so wish to a more powerful grav drive, or upgrade the ship entirely at a shipyard, and then you can increase that jump range if you want, or you can decrease it by selling it and getting a more basic version. But there you go, that's how to grav jump inside Starfield. I hope that was useful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up please, that's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with the game, have a little look at the tutorials that I'll put at the end of this video. I've got loads of tutorials on Starfield, all sorts of useful stuff, and if you like what you see, I'm always adding new content on my channel. Currently it's all focused on Starfield, but I've got many other games on my channel, and I'll be covering games like NBA 2K24, Madden 24 and many others. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe will you. Thanks.